Formnext 2023. So we will be live here in Frankfurt, show you a bit around, show you the most important products from my side, and will show you some details, some features. But for more features, please also watch following videos, because we will go into detail in separate videos. Raise3D this year used the chance of the Formnext to launch their new DLP printer with resin, the DF2, and in the full set with the curing and the washing station. And you see it's a really pretty machine with a huge screen, lots of features that are unfortunately so many that I can't explain them now, so we will have separate videos for that. But you see that's a huge build volume of 300 millimeters in height, 200 to 12 centimeters or 200 to 120 millimeters, and the print results are gorgeous. So this one looks like being the resin tank, but it's actually printed. You still see here the supports inside. It's really high quality. All the prints that we have here are super smooth and look like injection molded. So that's really nice, and the machine comes with everything. So we have automatic filling with a scale that checks how much is still in the cartridge, and of course a sensor that measures how much is in the resin tank. A huge screen with lots of information on it. The build plate is very clever. There's a chip on the build plate that brings the information of the resin to the curing and to the washing station, so that you can't make a mistake. So everything really streamlined and easy to use. A nice set, and that for 7K in the set, what I find really attractive price-wise. So that's the DF2. Please check also our other videos where we go more into detail. And here we have the big one of Raise3D, the RMF 500, bringing the build volume to 500 by 500 by 500 millimeters with an IDEX system. So you can even print in duplicate or in mirror mode if you want to. It's made for fiber-filled materials, but you can of course also print ABS if needed. It has no heated chamber, but the filaments Raise3D is using are optimized for that, so you save energy, and that's nowadays not the worst thing to have if you save energy. Here we have the possibility to bring 4 times 2.5 kg in the machine. Even with the high speed of the RMF 500, you can print over the full weekend with that security and filament. So that's a real machine for production. You also see it in size, and it's nearly 1 ton in shipping weight. So that's a really huge and stable machine made to produce with also an open platform, a nice screen, and as you know from Raise3D, easy to use. A really nice machine, and you can print things like this one. I need to show that because that's crazy. So if you see that, you actually see the quality is stunning. And you have, this is a pad with a carbon fiber field. It looks gorgeous and it's really huge. But you can of course also print ABS. There are special high-speed filaments with ABS or other things with support, breakaway support. So all the parts are really nice. And yeah, so really the build volume of 50 by 50 by 50 centimeters gives you another big possibility that we did not know from Raise3D yet, but now we have it with the RMF 500. So, at the Turkish manufacturer Zaxe, we have here an upgraded version of the well-known Z3. It's the Z3S, and S stands for speed. So we have a high-flow Revo nozzle installed here, and new firmware and some other upgrades. So it brings the Z3 to really high speed with a real print speed of 500 millimeter per second and a really high acceleration. The rest stayed the same, so there are also upgrade kits for the Z3 available to bring it to Z3S. So that's really nice, a nice add-on that brings way more performance. And here we have the Z4 that will be launched in Q2 2024. So it's just standing here, it's not printing unfortunately, So, but it's based on the knowledge they have for the set 3. So also the build volume is here 40 by 30 by 35 centimeters, and it's an IDEX machine in high speed. So that's really interesting, and lots of new features in there, but like I told you, will be launched in Q2 next year. So there will be another video for that to show all the features. Here at WASP from Italy, we have the 6100 pellet printer. You see, it's quite big, so it's 1 meter in height and 60 centimeters in diameter round plate for the build volume. And it's printing from pellets. So we know that from WASP with the 4070 HDP, for example. But here we have the next evolution. We have a high temperature build print head with temperatures of the nozzle up to 500 degrees. And the fire cap around it, which brings you up to 200 degrees for somehow heated chamber. So directly around the printer, and that's really, really interesting. Can't wait to have one machine in our demo room to test it further. And we have another thing at WASP. We have the Cerebro, and that is basically connecting your robot arm with the print heads of WASP, either if it's clay, concrete, pellets or filament. It's connecting all the range of the available printheads of WASP and bringing them on your robotic arm, and it's taking care of the movements, the control of the extrusion. So that's a really, really nice tool. I didn't know that from other brands, and it's connecting a random robotic arm with the printheads of WASP. That's really nice. Even if we have seen it already last year, but I still really like the approach here with the continuous feeder, the 4100 clay, and kind of movement system that allows you to continuous print vases or other objects with clay or ceramic. That's a really nice idea and well made from WASP here at the Formnext 2023. So at Raise3D we have the new FreeScan Trio, and the FreeScan Trio comes with a new trick. You see, we don't have markers on this object, but we can still scan it with a laser scanner because it has a special mode, the marker-free mode with 96 crosses. You see, it's really a lot of laser crosses, laser lines, and that is very, very handy if you scan big objects and don't want to put on all the markers. So that saves lots of time, saves the markers, and the machine, as known from Raise3D, is with high accuracy and a big field of view, so you are really quick and with high precision. FreeScan Trio. They launched a new high-speed filament range. It's the Polysonic range, and here they have a nice example where you can see starting from 100 millimeters per second going up to 500 millimeters per second what you can achieve with a specially made high-speed filament range. Right now it's just two kinds of PLA, but in the future there will be more filaments coming, different blends, and you see really the difference in the speed. At Bambu Lab they have a really nice project with the 12X1E you see there in the shelf. They are printing lots of parts that in the end will build up a model, a big model, a really big model of an X1E, and that will be placed here on Friday. So we will show you pictures as soon as it's ready, and that's a really nice project by Bambu Lab. So here we have a new launched pallets printer from Bosch. So it's printing with granulate or pellets. And the concept is really nice. So you have the concept that the customers can rent the machine, including service, including pallets. Every pallet is included, so you don't pay for anything. For under 30K per year for 3 years, you get the machine, including service on site and the pallets. That's a really nice offer, nice contract system that I didn't know from pallet printers. And of course, with pallets, you save lots of money. And they even would prepare the machine for the pallets of the customer if wished. So that's a really nice concept of Bosch with pallets. At Photocentric we found a huge Aquaman, and I was wondering how it was printed. Basically it's made out of 3 parts, but still the 3 parts are quite big, and I show you how they made it. Because they were using the so-called Titan, and you see the Titan is pretty big, and for a big printer you need a big washing.
Yeah, that was the prototype.
And a big curing station, so this is really huge. So Photocentric, Titan and washing and curing XL.